Okay, so this is a recap, my review on Mob Wives Season 1, Episode 2, The Bitch is Back. And like I said in the previous video, Renee is so stuck in that mob mentality, and it's like, girl, you were a mob princess, you were not a gangster. So Karen comes in, she rolls in, and Renee straight up disrespected. She didn't even want to hear what Karen had to say, and she just walks by Karen like she's a fly on the wall. So Karen's like, okay, let me go check this bitch. So then Karen comes out and she's trying to talk to Renee, and Renee's like, I'm not comfortable with you for whatever your father did. And Karen, like, pretty much told her, like, you're weak minded, which is true. You're judging her off of what her father has done. And the thing, like I said in the previous video, y'all were friends. She did not do anything personally to you. So why do you have such all this animosity? Is it really like, is that Mama Telly's really that embedded inside your head? Like, you need to get out of that and grow up. That's just how I feel about it. It's stupid to waste so many years of friendship over some dumb stuff that really has something to do with the men. It has nothing to do with the woman. So, Renee comes back in to the um restaurant, and she's mad. She's like going off on Carla and Drita, like, oh, you all told me that, Karen wasn't gonna come. Y'all betrayed me. And Carla's looking at her like, what? This is my party. I can invite anyone I want to. Which is true. Renee, like, you can't tell the girl who she can or cannot invite to her party. Like, please. And then, Drita, she just, you know, now this is the thing, like, Drita was sticking up for Karen and saying, like, hey, Renee, you're wrong. You're just so dramatic. You're not thinking straight. But the thing with Drita is that she did size up Renee. Renee got in her face, and Drita is like sizing her up and threatening her. And it really went left. Like, it got so heated so freaking quickly. And Renee is so mad, she storms out of the restaurant. So then in the next scene, Renee and AJ are talking, and she's like screaming at AJ, and AJ's like, yo, Ma, stop screaming at me, stop cussing at me. And AJ, he said a very good point. He was like, yeah, you and Carla definitely need to sit that down because you did take it over the top. But the thing with Drita is understood is that if you're my friend, you should not be threatening me like that. And, pretty much AJ was like, a real friend would not do that. And I completely understand. So, Carla calls Renee, and they have, she invites Renee over for dinner. They talk and they hash it out. And, Renee pretty much was telling Carla that Karen said something like, oh, you were good with my father when he was out there killing people, but ever since he cooperated, now you're not good with my dad. And Renee was like, it made me think that people really loved him when he was this bad guy, but now that when he turned a good guy, everyone hated him. And Carla was like, yeah, you're thinking like that because you do miss the friendship with Karen, and you do want to mend the friendship. And that's what I'm saying. It's so petty between her and Karen. They really do need to sit this down, work it out, and just like move on. So the next scene is AJ and Junior, which is Renee's ex-husband, and Renee. They're in the kitchen. They're discussing about AJ's grades and anything dealing with the kids. I do like. And Renee's pretty much like, if you don't get your grades up, you're not getting a car. And Junior's like, yep, you heard what she said. And AJ was like, all right, all right, all right, I'm gonna do well at school, I'm gonna get my grades up. So then the next scene is with Karen. She's talking about how she's doing this book, and the book is gonna be called Mob Daughter, and it's talking about her growing up as Sammy the Bull's daughter. And she said like the story is not about like any crimes or about like it's not any gangster stories or anything, because like she said she hasn't lived that life, but she is affiliated with that lifestyle because she is Sammy the Bull's daughter, and she did grow up differently than, you know, I guess other teenagers in the 80s. So, you know, she said that she went through a lot when her father cooperated, and she pretty much started to date bad guys because she felt like that was the way how, you know, you got your respect. And Karen was really like opening up. She was being like emotional, and she was really like putting it all out there, saying that this book is a therapy process for me, and I'm all, you know, in for that. You know, it's a healing process for her, and you know she really wants to put a story out there and really get her point across. So now you get with Drita, and Drita is talking about, you know, how she pretty much loves Lee. She's been riding with Lee. This is the second year sentence that she's done with him, and she just can't wait for him to come home. Drita, no lie, looks stressed out. Lee's calling and saying he wants this, that, and that. And I'm like, damn, like, you know, she just looks so freaking stressed. Like, it really is taking a toll out on her. But like I said, I understand when your man's locked up, you want him to come home, you want him to be with his kids. And, you know, she's really, like, messed up about it. So, I'm sorry about the pause, y'all. I was looking at my iPad and something popped up. So, the next scene was with Lee calls again, once again asking for more freaking food, and then you know Jada is like pretty much like wondering should she still be waiting for him or she just like let it go. And then she meets up with Carla to chit chat, and she asks the bartender like, you know, would you wait the second time if your man went to prison? And she was like, no. And Judy was like, yeah, maybe I am a fool. And Carla was like, yeah, you know, like I'm out here living my life. I decided to not wait, you know, for Joe. We were married, and now, you know, we're gonna get a divorce. And she said she's dating this new guy, and she said Judah deserves to be happy. And you know, Jada says that she doesn't know necessarily how long Lee is gonna be locked up in there because Lee didn't give her an exact number. And like I said, you know, she's frustrated, she's stressed out. This whole situation with him being in jail has really taken a toll on her. Like you could see it in her face. So then, you know, the next scene, which is the ending part, this one, you know, was when it got interesting. You know, Drita, she comes home, and, you know, she calls, no, Lee calls her, and, you know, she just flat out asks Lee, like, when the fuck are you coming home? And Lee was like, whenever I get out, I get out. And I'm like, damn, Lee, like, you so fucking rude. So disrespectful. Like, she holding it down for you, and you just gonna spaz out like that on her? And then they started going in on each other. She Lee asked her like, "Oh, where's the package?" She was like, "Oh, I fucking ate it." And he was like, "Oh, shove it up your dirty pussy." I was like, "Oh shit, can you curse on the phone while you in jail like that? Damn." And you know they were going hard. Like Drita got so mad she pulled the phone out the damn court, and she pretty much was like, "Fuck this nigga." Like he ain't gonna be disrespecting me, not telling me what time, how many years he has, and she's like, I'm done with this shit. Like fuck Lee, I'm out. So that's it.